Hello, my name is Rap. This is my new video about Warframe. Today I'm doing a different thing. It's not so much about the mission itself, but about builds. And I'll start with the Mag Prime. Mag Prime is almost the same. So this is practically my build of my mag. Sometimes I also use shield polarized, but this is my primary build of I use the pool mostly as a CC ability, and also use the crush. I don't use the crush much in later levels, but I also don't remove him because it's still helpful somehow to boost the damage. This is one frame that I use blind rage and intensify the two together, because I also use fleeting expertise that compensate the minus in the power efficiency of the blind rage, and then the fourth last slot is all about survivability, redirection in vitality, fortitude, and fast deflection. I always use these two cards mostly because, like I said many times, I also play online, but most of the time I play alone, and alone I don't have anyone to revive me, so I have to make my build specially with that in mind. With the chances that my shields refilling almost instantly give me better chance to survive, and that's what I think when I make my builds. If I was a player that always play online, I certainly still leave it at least this one or this one. I choose it one because it helps a lot when you are overrun by enemies, but this one I use it another one instead. So this is kind of a must for my frames, unless of course for reasons I already said. And then I think I only have one or two frames that I actually use three abilities in my primary build, because I always use only two. Mostly because if you go to corrupted mods builds, usually one nullify the other, so having the abilities there they are only using a mod slot. Okay, in terms of Warframe is this. My Braton Prime, I made a change. This was my build, my normal build. Now with this new mod that buffs the slash damage in the Braton, that is a weapon with a high slash. I'm finding it very helpful. Even when we go to a handless mod and begin to reach that point that enemies are harder to kill. As my secondary, I'll take Detron is one of the few weapons that I have 2 damage. I don't like to use 2 damage, but this one, because already have radiation as a default damage, so I built it. This is practically the must cards in the build, and down here I only have all orientated to corrosive damage, but because this one buffs damage, it also buffs the default radiation, so it is an interesting weapon when you have the weapon fully modded. Of course, that all my weapons, like I said, are formed because I want to go to endless mods and can take any weapon I have in my inventory, and for that this one has 6 forms, but you can achieve that with only 4. The 2 was only because I wanted to put a specific build here, and to put this build with maxed mods, this one wasn't needed, but I decided to, well, I miscalculated things, so I still have 8 points left. It was because this mod didn't exist, and the one I had here, it cost 9 points, so 9 points I had to form it another place. But then this mod come out in the event, and now there is a one form that I couldn't be used, so that's why I'm saying with the 4 form build you can have these mods and these mods. Well, but this was my personal choice, so okay, yes, this is also a corrosive build. In my melee, I always is the only place where I sometimes change damage. I think I have the build. No, I don't have the build, but in my melee sometimes I go for blast or viral. It depends. That is the only weapons where I do play a little with the damage, because in my primary and my secondary, sometimes in my secondary I also change the damage, but in my primary I always use corrosive damage, because corrosive damage let you go against all factions, be void, grenier, corpse or infested, so it's kind of all around damage. You can still try other damage just for fun. Okay, it's done, let's go. As I was saying, you can try other damage just for fun, but well, I was thinking, yeah, I'm going to do a T4 Interception. I was going to do a mobile defense, but well, in the last few missions it gives me 2 and 3 objectives, and I'm not in the mood to make 3 objectives or 2 objectives, because it makes the video too extended, and I don't want that.
Enemy's planetary communication towers. Capture the towers and remain in control long enough to decode incoming messages.
I didn't talk about my Kubro, but this Kubro was kind of my second Kubro, and it was a random Kubro, so look at these traces. This guy, it looks very funny. It seems that he is using socks. Well, the black was used by the color pack that we buy by 100k, so he was gray, the most common color in Kubros. But well, I put it black, and I was going to put it all black, but it looked funny this way. Well, I forgot something, and now I'm thinking, well, I will have a little hard time, but well, it doesn't matter. forgot my secondary, because in Tower 4 we have to fight war. And I usually bring a quick secondary, mostly because of war. Meg is a very good Warframe. She can do lots of missions only by himself. Her pull ability helps a lot if you are a player. If you play alone for whatever reason. Like I said, most of the time I play alone by option, but I know that there are many players that play because they simply don't have an internet connection that can make the online play viable. So she's kind of a starter frame, and if you now it's even more easy to get new Warframes, but if you want to bet in Meg is very helpful. The moment you learn to use her abilities to help you in missions, she can help you a lot in solo play. Change to my secondary. Usually this kind of mission is like I said in my video with Volt. This is a mission that if you decide a route and stay with it, it's not hard for a person to stay here. For instance, most of the times in normal missions when I'm farming Tower 4 keys, sometimes I'm after a specific key and I have to stay a little longer. Most of the time I extract, not because I can't capture the towers, but mostly because the enemies they begin to scale and have a lot of damage. And they have a lot of damage, and I'm, for instance, with a weak frame, I'm remembering when I was farming for Tower 4 Exterminate, I had to extract in Beremia at round 8 because Ballista was one shot my Nova. But there is a hard place to play alone above round 6 because the map is too short, and after round 6, 7 the enemy almost captured the towers instantly, so it's not the best place to give an example. But for instance, Armorus in Europa, it's very bearable for a one player, and you can easily, with a fully modded frame and weapons, you can reach round 10 with a bit of effort, but after that is a bit difficult alone. not because of the towers again, but mostly because of the damage of the enemy. I think at round 10 they are almost, I think they are in 92 or 94, I don't know for sure. So it's a little, it requires lots of effort, and only for a key I think alone doesn't work it. Unless of course you are after a challenge or something. It was better that war appears at least when I'm at 60 or 70, because sometimes I lose lots of towers when I'm fighting war. And now I don't have a quick secondary, so Braton isn't good for this. I'm going only to nullify them for them to don't make points. This is something that I do a lot. I nullify the towers first, don't lose too much time there. Now I capture this and I'm going to finish capture that. This is something that works a lot if you are at later rounds. It helps a lot, because if the tower is neutral, don't give points to the EA, and you can still try to control tanks a little. I don't believe it. They are going to send war in the third round. It's the worst round to fight war. You see what that slash card does. It's very funny.
We have lost control of the
This is very good with Necro, because it can desecrate lots of parts of the enemy. So
successfully decoded the message. Clear the area.
I was expecting this. Now the game is going to send war at the start of the third round, and it's annoying. It's annoying. problem is when wars fall, most of the time you can't capture towers because, well, he's considered as an enemy
We have deployed fierce reinforcements. Are you willing to
and
stay and decode
it
more
makes
messages?
conflict because he spawn near the player, so well, I'm going to
Good work
well,
today.
I wanted
Not
to
only
make
have we decoded
3
the
rounds,
enemy
but
transmission,
I never say no to farming, so
stream decode now.
it's better this way because, well, I don't make an extended video and I get farmer from the key. Okay, it's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Until the next video. See you around.